Hello everyone! If you're looking for more sewing updates and things I'm getting up to, but also a special giveaway, then stick around. Hello everyone! I can't believe it! My YouTube channel is a year old. It was actually officially a year old on the 1st of May, and this is coming out I think on the 5th of May. But yes, I'm a year old, and at the end of today's episode I've done something to celebrate. So if you want to join in with the celebration, then stick around, because I'm going to do a little review but also something special for you out there as well. So where should we start? Let's start with usual things such as what I've been up to and what I'm going to get up to, and then we'll get on to the celebration bit. So first of all, what I'm wearing. So if you haven't seen, if you don't follow me on Instagram, this is the much talked about blouse that I created for the Sew April Blouse Challenge, which is run by the lovely Ruanne of Yorkshire Sew Girl and Cloth Edit. And this was my second one I made. I showed you the previous one last Sunday, so I put a picture of that in here, and I think I said at the time this won't be the last one. Well, off I went and had a massive dig around in my stash, all the rolled up tubes, and sometimes they squeeze the thinner bits down, and I found this gorgeous fabric. I will put in here video and pictures. And when I say much talked about, the amount of people that have asked me where this fabric was from. Now, I bought it some time ago, I think as a remnant from Beyond the Pink Door, but it is still available. It's a previous season's Nerida Hansen, and it's called Lion and Coyote. I love this tree here. It does come in another colourway as well, like a sort of burnt orangey ochre version, but I love blues and purples. And I did a reel showing, which I should be able to put in here, all the different colourways I'd worn, because there's so many colours in here that you could pick out, that I picked out lots of bottoms like skirts and trousers to try to see which ones worked well. And actually I wore this to work on Wednesday, Thursday, whenever I went to work, with one of the combinations that you all helped me choose, and I'll put that picture in as well. So this, because of the drapiness of the fabric, the sleeve hangs really nicely. I'm going to do a separate vlog on Tuesday or Wednesday about these sort of blouses, because people have been asking me about the sleeve, asking me about this pattern. So watch out, in a few days' time I will release that. But I thought, obviously, I can't not talk to you about it. I think this has been my most popular post. Oh my goodness, okay, even managed to match those on the shoulder. That was an accident. I just noticed that now. This, I think, has been my most popular post I've ever put on Instagram, which was amazing. So that's what I'm wearing, obviously with charity shop necklace and earrings, and I've got on the purple Walk Boldly pants just because they're perfect for wearing at home. Once I've made this one, I thought I will make one in a stiffer fabric. So I did make this version. Now you might recognise this. I bought this in Birmingham at the silk store. It's like a cotton lawn, but it's definitely stiffer, because see how the sleeve hangs. And I also did a pink cuff, so that'll come, and I did some other little edits on this as well, so that'll come in the review. But I'm going to get changed now, because I just want to show you one of my other tops. Okay, I'm back. So I now have on, and I will put pictures in here, a sleeved Nautilus top by Marilla Walker. Now I'm really sorry that people can't find the Marilla Walker Nautilus top. I have tried to contact her to ask about her patterns to see if she's going to re-offer them or not, and I can't actually find her to get hold of her. She seems to have disappeared off Instagram as well. So whether she's just taking an overall big break, I don't know. But in the vlog I'll release on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll find an alternative to this pattern. Someone interestingly asked on Instagram today, if a pattern is no longer printed and the designer is no longer doing it, how does it work with, can you give it away to other people? So there's a whole sort of ethics, copyright thing, I don't know, but I just need to show you the sleeve. and the fact that there's these lovely pleats here. Can you see it? This is a Lady McElroy fabric, and I want to say it's like floral meadow or something. The lovely Sewcial, I think, made a whole dress in this. I again had bought a remnant, so was able to make this top with like scraps left. That was it. I'll put a picture in here. So I'll talk about this on Tuesday as well, but I just wanted to put it on to show you. I did also make a pink Tammy handmade Naya in a pink linen, and I did make another Nautilus top, and I harvested this fabric from a dress that I no longer wore, and it's here, but it just doesn't work on me. So if anyone would like this, I've almost finished it all, but not quite. It needs sleeves finishing and hem. If anyone would like to do that, so I am a 36-inch bust. I've got narrow shoulders and a 31-inch waist. If you would like to give this a home, I did little pleats along the back of the neckline there. Let me know, but it just didn't work for me. It's got gorgeous buttons on as well. So, and I'd also send you all the leftover fabric from harvesting it from the dress as well. So, been a bit of a blouse exploit, 2 weeks on the trot. But I've really enjoyed it, and I've really enjoyed shopping my stash. I am going to keep going a little bit with the blouse exploit, so I'll talk a bit more about that on Tuesday. But I've already worn this out. I've already worn the other one, and they are exactly what I was looking for in terms of like long and short sleeve woven tops. That right back in my autumn winter plans, I said it was something I needed to find. But I didn't manage to find it over the autumn winter, and that's sometimes why I like the sewing challenges. I don't want to put pressure on myself, but what it does do is it makes me think, and it makes me explore, and it gives me a chance to look at other people's patterns and designs as well, and other people's choices. It's my brain today. And it just gave me the kick in the pants that I needed, really. So I've been having a good old rummage in my stash, finding these nice lawn fabrics, really making decisions, and I can see a big trouser making phase coming after that, like a woven trouser phase. So I've been having a good think about that too. So, little bit of shopping. Wasn't expecting to show you this because I only ordered them on Friday and they arrived today, Saturday morning. So these are from Fabrics Galore, which is, I believe, a London-based shop. I've not bought from them before, and I saw pop up in an email because I'd signed up for a newsletter or something, that they had a remnant sale at £5. So, you know, I love a remnant here, remnant there. I popped over and they had a wide range of things from like only like 30 centimetres wide up to like a metre wide, all for £5. So I looked carefully, really keeping in mind what I've been thinking about with my fabric choices, but also realised that I had a welcome code because it was my first order with them. So that took another 15% off. So actually these remnants were £4.25 for me. So what I would say is, if you're in the market for some remnants, or you like the look of Fabric Galore, but I can't believe the speed of the delivery. I ordered them and 24 hours later they're here. So well done to Fabric Galore and Royal Mail. So I bought this, and I quite like the fact there's a sticker on it. So it's 60 centimetres of royal blue double gauze, so £4.25 for me. That is ample for a top, and I was thinking with some of these lovely patterned bottoms, just a Tammy handmade Naya in a blue double gauze would be perfect. And to me, that feels more cobalt than royal blue, but I don't mind. And I thought, if it's not quite enough for like an everyday wearing out top, it would definitely be enough to patch with some of my other double gauze into like a bedtime top. But I think I can get a Naya out of that, and that would be great. How could I resist this remnant? Look at it. I think this is a Nerida Hansen, isn't it? Let's have a look. No, it's not, but I've definitely seen this somewhere. This is, how much did I get of this? 55 centimetres. That again, I think, either Tammy Handmade Naya, straightforward t-shirt, or a tank. Perfect. Can you see the way I'm thinking now when I'm shopping? And then this one, I got 50 centimetres, and this is definitely in the most recent Nerida Hansen drop. So 50 centimetres of that. I thought Ogden cami, patched in with maybe if I get one of the other, and another remnant of one of the other colourways, maybe patched together. If you haven't seen Chrissy's puzzle dress where she uses all the colourways of one design together, but I thought that would be a great addition and perfect for when you're just trying to put together a little top. Maybe you can use the pink or the green for the plains or the facings. So there we go. I can't believe the speed. My other half said, "What's arrived?" And I'm like, I don't know, because I wasn't expecting anything to be that quick. But shopping mediumly intentionally, knowing what to do with them, with a little bit of indulgence, but for £4.25. I quite like buying remnants because it gives me a chance to be creative. It gives me the chance to buy a fabric that perhaps I wouldn't otherwise, because I think it might be a bit expensive. But also buying a remnant means that fabric kind of in an odd way already exists, and that remnant is what's left, and otherwise that remnant would go in the bin or something like that. I don't know, maybe I'm just wrapping it up too much. So let's talk socials. You may or may not be aware, I run the Southern Sewcial, infographics popping up. This is a monthly sewing social event that happens in Buckinghamshire, and there's 6 hours. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and you come along, you get to chat, sew. It's not taught, it's just people getting together, and we have easy drop off, so you can drop your things off before you park. It's on the ground floor, accessible parking, kitchen, we supply refreshments, organise a swaps table, do a raffle. I'm going to talk about a bit more in my sort of roundup of my year on YouTube in a minute. And you can come and go as you want. There's a cafe in the same building that you can walk round to, and with a maximum of 14 people to keep it small. And every time there is somebody new. So if you're coming thinking, am I going to be the only one who doesn't know anyone else? No, you won't, because we have this great balance of regulars who come and sometimes can't come because obviously they're off having their best time. But it means that there's always different people there, so that you can not feel when you're joining like, oh, I'm the outsider. We also have a good mix of different vloggers who pop up and appear from time to time. It's why it's a good variety. Is sometimes I do a Sunday and sometimes I do a Saturday, and different people can do different days, and that's why I vary it. And also people might have like an event at a weekend and can't come, but then they come another time. So yes, if you're pondering about whether to come, reach out, give it a go. We'll look after you. The lovely Mary helps me organise it, and we will make sure you have a so fabulous time, and you're under no pressure to need to talk if you just want to listen as well. Some people are loud, some people are quiet, some small conversations happen, some are big whole group conversations. It's really varied. But I appreciate that getting to Buckinghamshire isn't for everyone, including if you don't drive. So what Mary and I have also been working on is, as she described it, my brainchild, which it was, is the Sewcial Directory, picture appearing now. And we've got a Facebook page and an Instagram. The Instagram is much more populated. But what we're also working on right now is a map, a Google map of all the socials and events over the world and the UK that exist. Because a lot of people have said to us, I want to go, but I don't think there's one near me. So we are working hard to make sure that we find all of them so that you can find one that works for you, one that you want to go to, one that's in a good distance from you. If you know one and we don't have it on there, please tell us. because we really want to help everybody find their events and find sewing friends if that's what they want. I have a final brainchild, I haven't got to it yet, but it'll come at another time. And if you are looking for one, do give the map a try. Let us know what you think of the map as well. By the time this vlog comes out, there will also be new dates for the virtual social. So if for whatever reason going in person is not for you, it might just be you like virtual, it might be you like being in your sewing room, whatever it is, I'll put the link below to book for the virtuals as well. So let's talk about what I've got coming up next weekend. I'm going on a road trip and I'm going to Sewtoon. It is a really long way away from me. I've got to get all the way to Newcastle. If I drove it in one go, it would be 5 hours. So I'm breaking it up. I'm going about 2/3 of the way on Saturday and then the final bit on Sunday. Haven't worked out what I'm going to do coming home Sunday afternoon, but I'll work that out. So on Saturday I want to, oh here comes the train, if you can hear that. On Saturday I want to go on a little adventure. That might be a fabric shopping adventure, it might be looking around somewhere. So I'm putting a map in here because people have already told me that there's good things in the Dewsbury area. If you are around and wanted to meet for a coffee and you're on the way up or in that area, please reach out and tell me. If you know somewhere good that I should go and you might happen to be there too, please tell me, or please tell me where I should go. I'd love to say hi to people if anyone's around. But yeah, I'm off on an adventure next weekend and I'll take you with me, don't worry. And I'm really looking forward to going to Sewtoon to see Tamlin and see some other people. And also to go to a social run by someone else. Right, let's talk about the Gaia, which is the new Tammy handmade pattern. Here it is. I have 2 versions. This was the other pattern I was very lucky enough to pattern test in April, and it is out now and you can buy it for yourself. And there was, I don't know if it's still on, but there was a special discount to get 20% off any of Tammy's patterns. So I was talking about the Naya just now. If you haven't got that, you could get 20% off this. So I love to sew with jersey, as you know, but I've never made something like this, and I've definitely never made and or worn anything with a bra shelf. So the sewing with jersey bit wasn't so much of a worry for me, and I know for some people it is, and Tammy's put some great hints and tips together for that. But I thought I would tell you why I really like the pattern, and I would tell you if I didn't, and B, what tips I would give. So the first one I made, both of these fabrics by the way are from Pound Fabrics, and I showed you them before. They're like a ribbed, they're like a loose rib though, which is nice. So this one I made fully as per the instructions, and I did grade out at the waist because I just feel top to here needs that variation, and I do that on almost everything. And I did shorten it by about this much but I put the split in as per instructions, but because I'd shortened it, the split didn't go higher, I kept it where it was. Did the contrast ribbing around the top, did the bra shelf in the same fabric, and it has elastic inside. So I love Tammy's instructions, they're really clear. She's also done a sew along video as well, which is brilliant. When I put this on, to start with, I had like really wavy here, but it actually just needed a press and a steam and it's fine. But when I put it on, it wasn't quite sitting right on my body. Now it was quite scary for me taking off my bra and just relying on the bra shelf, because obviously post breast reduction, I'm still in that pre-breast reduction mindset of always needing a lot of strappage. But I did it and it was okay, and the bra shelf was perfect, and because you had that double thickness of fabric as well. But because I only had the bra shelf to hold me up, I did also try it on with like a soft sort of bandeau sleeveless sleeveless, strapless bra, and it did lift me slightly, which I didn't need a lot, but lift me slightly. But even so, I realised these straps were meaning this was all sitting in the wrong place on me. So I made an adjustment on the future one. And if you have watched me for a while, you know I often have to lift shoulder things up. So when I made my more sort of polished one, I shortened up here. So if I show you the two. So can you see the difference? Look. So that to that, it's a lot shorter, but sits so much better at much at the better position. And I looked at the pictures on Tammy of where it was meant to sit as well, and where the underneath was. Didn't have any of the weird rumpling either. And that was the only adjustment I made, again, apart from the fact that I still graded out here. This fabric is so soft. I tried to get the stripes to line up. I think I almost did it. And the same on the back, because I did try to cut it so that they were straight. And again, did the bra shelf. I did say to Tammy, the only thing I would say is for some people, possibly the bra shelf might need to be a little longer down. But for me, as I am now, as a 32F, so I'm not small. Obviously, I used to be a 30 or a 32 double J. But as a 32F, that bra shelf was plenty for me. So somebody quite rightly said when I put this on Instagram, I might have found one of my summer dresses. Definitely a casual one, still looking for my summer sort of work / socialising dress. Thank you to lovely Ruanne, who said that she thought I looked great in it. It was a brave step for me to wear something, first of all, at this time of year like that. Secondly, without any kind of let's just be truthful, just a pair of knickers underneath, because no bra either. That was a bit scary, particularly as we come out of the winter months and it's like knickers, tights, this, that. But the cut really is a great cut, and well done to Tammy for creating something that made me think, oh, okay, yeah, I could do it. And that's the great thing sometimes about pattern testing, something that might push you outside your comfort zone. So do grab yourself that, especially as it's at 20% off at the moment. Right, the reason you might see me look over there is because I've got a list over there, so I don't forget. It is time to think about the fact that it has been a year of me grinning at you through the screen. So I was thinking back to last May. I knew it was around May because I remembered I released the first ones on a bank holiday. And I was just thinking about all the things that have come since I started that. So first of all, the first thing that's come is my lovely relationship with all of you, and I read every single comment that you put, and I try really hard. I'm a little bit behind, but I'm getting there, to reply to you. The comments have been the most motivating part of this, and I didn't know that when I started out. The reason I started was I wanted to give back, because unbeknownst to the people who I was watching, they got me through a really, really difficult time when I felt incredibly lost. And when I felt better, I wanted to be able to do the same for others, and that's what got me started. And I completely underestimated the effect you would all have on me. So first of all, the encouragement to keep being myself has been amazing, and I thank you all for that. Sorry. But also the suggestions you make, the questions you ask, and the responses you give me when I say, would you be interested in, shall I do a vlog on, has constantly allowed me to push myself in a really enjoyable way and challenge myself, and to learn to do things like take part in a pattern challenge so I could tell you about it. to talk to you and help me think about colour in my own wardrobe. My wardrobe has evolved. It's evolved all the way through my life, but the last year it has evolved in a really, really positive way to being so much more conscious than I ever have been. 7 years ago, 8-9 years ago, when I was about to turn 40, I felt lost in a different way then. I didn't know what clothes I wanted to wear. I didn't know what style I wanted, and I also was not happy about turning 40. It's the only time I've ever felt like that. Now I'm fine about it, and 50's coming and I'm going to make a thing of it, but I am the most conscious I've ever been about the decisions I make and how they really help me be me. And somebody said the other day they wish they could have 10% of my confidence. Well, you all help boost me up, and I'm sure you don't realise how much you do, but you really do. And that doesn't mean that I can, how do I explain this? I've worked hard by myself to try and be myself and to build my confidence. And I also want to thank my mum for helping me when I was growing up to be confident, because she did. She was very conscious about that as well. But all of the feedback you give me helps me keep moving forward as well. So even if you don't comment and you just watch, or you commented once, or you've commented on Instagram, or whatever you've done, whatever it is, you are such a massive part of why I'm still here a year later. I love it when people come over on Insta and send me a lovely message about something that's made them think. The other day, a really lovely lady sent me a picture of her green trousers that she made, and I'm sorry that I mix all your names up. I've never been good at it. And I just was so happy to see the joy someone else was getting. And so it's been really kind and offered to get me some of this fabric as well, which is super kind. But the joy I feel in seeing you all being yourselves as well, and that's not wearing what I wear, and that's not sewing what I sew. It's carving out who you are. So thank you so much. And I decided to reach out to Legend Textiles, who I've worked with, and I just genuinely love, and I rate their shop. It's not that I'm not being paid for any of this, and so I thought I'd reach out and ask them if they could help me celebrate my 1-year birthday on YouTube. They've been incredibly generous and given me a £30 voucher to give away. So for anyone who's ever looked at or shopped on Legend Textile, you can get a good amount of fabric for £30. So I am going to tell you right at the end how to take part in that. But before I do, I just want to think back to the things I've done in the last year. So I worked out how to make my own twist front dress and tell you all about it. I did all sorts of details, like adding in yokes and learning how to manipulate yokes and frills. I have done styling and showing you how I style and wear my outfits. I've taken part in Gift to November, Sew Upcycle, Sew April Blouse, pogo knit parties, all of these different challenges that have got me to sew things like a welt pocket, which I would have never done. I have made friends that I would never have made, like Christine. She and I would never have been made friends if it hadn't been for the fact that we both had just started YouTube channels. I have made friends with Jess and set up the social and the virtual and the podcast. And I've met so many of you, and I've been to events and had the chance to be on a catwalk and all of these things because a year ago I thought, let's give doing a YouTube channel a start. And if it hadn't been for all the lovely people out there who've encouraged me and reached out and talked to me and shared things with me and told me about things. And thank you to people like Ruth who invited me to a social, and all of those things that have happened in the last year. I just, yeah, I can't believe what a year it's been. I really can't. So here's to the next year and what adventures we get on together as we go forward. And here's to meeting more of you and doing more things and seeing what other things come out of my head that I can create as well. So here we go. Let me tell you how to enter the giveaway. So first of all, I don't know if Josh will send. He'll probably send it to you if you're not in the UK, but you might have to pay the postage. So let's say it is open internationally, but if you are international, be aware you might have to pay for the delivery, is what I would say. UK, you'll be fine, but international people, if you enter, I'll check for him. Secondly, things to know, I will announce the winner next Sunday. So you've got until I film it on Saturday. So Saturday the 11th. So Saturday the 11th of May, this will close. I will put all the details below in case you're like, what are you saying? All the details will be below, but it will close on next Saturday and I will announce the winner next Sunday. And it is a £30 voucher for Legend Textiles to buy fabric. And I will announce it on screen. If I follow you on Instagram, I will reach out to you, but you will know if it's genuine because you can watch the vlog to be sure. I will not contact anyone before that point, and I will only do it after I've announced it on my channel so that you can check if it's genuine, because I don't want anyone being scammed. Now, to be in for an entry, you need to leave a comment below, and can you please tell me either something you'd like me to make a vlog about for the future, or your favourite vlog that I've done, or type of vlog that I do. So something that you either love or want to see on my channel, and anyone who leaves a comment like that will be entered. And as I say, if we happen to have an international winner, I'll reach out and check that with Josh in terms of the fact that you might need to pay for the postage. If you want to leave me a comment and don't want to enter, people have done that before and said, please don't enter me, and then just left a comment. Of course, you're welcome to do that too. Well, the sun is out. I am now going into the garden to do some gardening, which is quite unusual for me because normally I want to use all my spare time to sew, but the garden is calling, the sun is out, and I will see you again on Tuesday or Wednesday with a fully detailed vlog all about these fabulous creations, including what buttons I've used and how I style them and all of that sort of thing. So until then, get commenting because you've got to be in it to win it, and I can't wait for in a week's time to tell you who's won the amazing £30. Bye.